I'm here backstage. It's a place where my next guest spent a lot of her teen years preparing for sold-out concerts that made her an international star at age 16. Her 80s style launched trends. Remember these beautiful black hats everyone was wearing? And her quadruple platinum album, Electric Youth, it was everywhere. Singer Debbie Gibson is here, opening up about her health challenges and how she has unlocked the power of her own health. Woo! Before we go out there, they're dying to see you. What's one routine you would do before you walked out on stage?
Well, I always, double check the voice. So I do a little Not bad, not bad. We'll work on it. So turn around. I also have someone karate chop my back. It just opens up my lungs, shakes out all the nerves, and I think we're ready.
I feel like Tarzan. Oh, you ready to go?
I'm ready. I'm so ready. Here, let me get this.
Oh my goodness. With the hat. Debbie Gibson, everybody. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Debbie Gibson, God bless her. We all love her so much. But she recently announced an exciting tour with the biggest music icons of the 80s, including New Kids on the Block, look at this poster, right? And Salt and Pepper, who I love having on the show. Who would your teenage self be most surprised that you are touring with now?
I mean, I think when you think Debbie Gibson, you don't think Naughty by Nature.
No.
You know what I mean? So, but those guys are brilliant. I mean, they're so brilliant. I hung out with them the other day on the press day. Yeah. So I'm so excited for this tour.
So the one person I was also surprised to see was Tiffany. And you guys were, fellow pop stars, but also feuding folks. So where did that come from? What was that about?
We weren't feuding. The teen magazines wanted to sell copies of their magazines, and they had to do the, are you Team Debbie or Team Tiffany? And I was always like, but you could buy multiple people's albums. Why do you have to choose? I never understood that. And she and I had parallel lives going. We look at each other and go, oh my God, you're one of the only people on the planet who's experienced what I've experienced. So we have a deep connection.
All right, let's talk about you. Yes. Obviously, quadruple platinum albums don't come by all that commonly. When Electric Youth is so big that it kept you busy continuously, which is hard. And I'm sure that it took an emotional and even physical toll on you.
It did, and even now when you say that, the little people pleaser teenage girl in me who never wanted to seem ungrateful doesn't even want to say now, oh yes, it was hard. If I got sick on the road and had to cancel a show, I'm paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to people and not making money that night. And when your 17-year-old brain doesn't work that way.
No.
So, and even now, I'm a very kind of a high-strung person. So I was dealing with panic attacks and depression, because really what depression is when you get so overwhelmed, your body just shuts down.
So what would you do to get yourself through that? What medications, I'll say, were you taking or being given?
Well, I'll say this, I first tried to do yoga and do acupuncture. I always had this holistic mindset, but I think I was too far gone. I was too far into the schedule and into the fatigue and into the panic. I think I knew what adrenal fatigue was by 18.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm still kind of undoing the effects. So I was on Xanax, I was on Prozac, and then what starts to happen is you get so run down that your vocal cords get swollen. And if you go to a vocal doctor, a lot of them will throw you on a prednisone, which is a steroid. Yeah. So they'll say, oh, we got to get you through the show. I did that got to get you through the show for 25 of the last 30 years. And about 5 years ago, my body said, sorry, enough. And what I'm learning now is you keep crashing your adrenals further the more you do that. So for me, I had a moment where I was performing on a gay cruise. I love my LGBTQ fans. And I was performing on a gay cruise. And I was a surprise guest. And again, didn't want to let anyone down. And I was really inflamed, really run down. And they threw me in the ship's hospital. And about 5 years later, the universe sent me a bigger wake-up call in the form of Lyme disease, which I always saw as not a disease, but a symptom. I was like, this is a symptom of the fact that my life, I'm not keeping up with my life. Yeah. And now I'm so happy to say I'm finding the balance again. And whether it's the foods you're eating or the schedule you're keeping, I find if you can't digest what life is handing you or what you're attracting in your life, then maybe you just shouldn't be doing it. Maybe you shouldn't be taking a pill for it. Maybe So I'm way more in tune now.
I want to unpack this a little bit because you brought up two things that are afflicting a lot of our viewers. The one is exhaustion and relying on pills, which I want to get into how you get past that.
Yep.
And what was the wake-up call. But I also want to help you with this Lyme issue because a lot of these weird fatigue syndromes, pain syndromes, and they're almost an epidemic nature now.
Yeah, they really are.
So if you stick around, we're going to show how you can solve your own medical mystery because you're going to show us how you solved yours. It almost turns your life upside down.
And I'm open to info from you as well. Always gathering info for the health puzzle.
We'll be right back.
All the tricks of your youth do not work at a certain point. I think that the health challenges I went through illuminated that so much. It makes you stronger, it makes you braver, it makes you freer. You're not a slave to your rituals. You have to trust more. I have to trust that the 30 plus years I've put into this is going to be there for me.
We're back with pop icon and actress Debbie Gibson. She's opening up about the unexpected health challenges that she faced. What you're doing now is so brave because you're speaking up publicly on something that often happens behind closed doors. And I know that the loss of Prince influenced you and impacted you.
Yeah, because, it did come to light that was possibly a pain medication issue and all of that. And again, I think whether you're a performer, whether you're a mom, whatever you're doing in your life, we all have this expectation of ourselves to be like a superhero. Mm-hmm. And I think if we can drop that, look, I used to do Botox. Clearly, I stopped doing that now because, really, and I've decided I'm not covering my forehead today. I've got some lines, but women in their 40s have lines. And it's like, before I put a toxin into my body again that might, go against the bigger picture healing that I'm working on right now, I just want to think twice. And I don't judge anyone for doing anything that they feel good about. And by the way, someone else might be fine with that. I don't judge it.
You mentioned earlier that the diagnosis of Lyme disease that you got was more of a symptom almost than anything else.
Yeah.
What were the actual complaints you were having? Because I know it took months and months, as it often does, to make a diagnosis.
Yeah, I happily am so far past it that I go back in my head and I want to cry because you start to get really anxious. You start to get nerve tremors. I would feel like someone was literally electrocuting me in the middle of the night. You get these, and your back starts going out. Your motor skills start getting really funky. And for someone who was always like a dancer and performer, I was going to physical therapy and I couldn't hold these basic poses. And I will say for anyone out there dealing with anything like this, I am proof that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that no two people's roads are the same. No two people's answers are the same. But I think if you want to find them, you will.
How did you actually make the change? I mean, to go from the pain you're describing, which is first thinking something's wrong with me, I'm crazy, because no one actually thinks I have a diagnosis, to realizing you have a diagnosis, to getting better from that. Ultimately, how do you perform on Dancing with the Stars when
I said yes,
pose?
yes. Oh, I said yes to Dancing with the Stars at a time where my ankles and knees weren't working right, my back wasn't working. I did it to tell my body it was time to get over it because I want to get on with my life. I have too many cool things to do.
Be specific. Seriously, what did you do? What have you done over the last few years to turn this all around?
Yes, so I found chiropractic kinesiology, which is very hard to explain. It's energetic, spiritual, and biochemical, really dealing with some supplementation, but it's a way of getting your body on track. Like if you believe that your body wants to be well, and you want to be balanced. Off balance and feeling tortured and in pain is not the norm. So kinesiology kind of resets you to what, if you believe in God or the universe or whatever, how the universe intended you to be.
You have one other little hack that you promised to share with me and the entire audience.
Yes.
You up with this? Come on over.
Okay.
This is the thing that we can all do right now.
It's so simple, by the way. It's like, I'm not doing a downward dog in my skirt, you guys, but.
It sounds simple, but I'll tell you, what I've learned more on the show, and this is our 10th year of getting these epiphanies, these big breakthrough moments.
Yes.
It's simple things you can do every day is what makes people healthy.
Yes.
So this is something we can all do. I've only heard it described, so you're going to actually do it for me. Okay?
Yeah, look, we are essentially going to lay down, you guys. But what I like to think of it as, now where can I lay, which way am I laying so the camera doesn't get me?
That way.
Okay.
Feet that way, so. I told her to wear pants. She came dressed like this.
I also advise getting a dog. Mine's over there in the wings trying to jump out of my manager's lap.
But
I just lay down. I really just lay everything sink. Joey, is that you? Hi! Oh my God! Oh my God! Puppy kisses. Puppy kisses is the key to life. Oh my God! Oh my God, Joey! Lay down with Mama. Oh my God! Oh my God! I missed you too. Oh my gosh! It's been 10 minutes, Joey. I missed you too. Oh my God. Heather, you want to grab him? Grab him. Ready, go. Go. No, he wants to stay.
She's not going.
Come here. He always steals the show wherever he goes. Come here, baby. Come here.
So,
come here.
Assuming
So
that you get
essentially-
within a few minutes from the
Oh my
kids
God.
or the
Here we go.
puppy or
Ready?
your spouse.
Lay down. Lay down.
That's a well-trained puppy.
Okay. So essentially, just let everything sink into the ground and release it all. And everyone in the audience right now, you can do like a cleansing breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And you do that slowly 3 times. Let's all do that. Ready?
Right. He's not going to give it to you. And you do this for 10 minutes,
Yes.
these deep belly breaths, and just let everything pass through you.
I feel like I just took a vacation in Jamaica.
Oh. And look how calm
Oh,
Joey
he's
is.
the best. But
Just from your
seriously, guys,
breathing.
I know that that's really simple, but for me, again, I'm an anxious person. I think most people are, especially living in New York. I kind of get up here and just to bring it all down, it's better than an hour of sleep, really. If you can do it, and I have no shame. I'll be in an airport, I'll bust out a pillow, I'll just lay down in a corner, put on some headphones, and just take a moment for yourself, really, is what it's about.
You know, you do that in public, people will stop bothering you. Believe me. Be sure to
Oh yeah,
check-
headphones do the trick every time.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.